Hi everyone, just gonna wait a bit till it comes online and I can see a few people on, and I'll show you what I want to do today with Sabrina. Hey Patty. So what I'm gonna be doing today is a little, well, not so little, but it's double twisted easel card. Hi Kim. Hey. Hi Patty. And like that's just a sample. That's not what we're gonna do. The one we're gonna do is actually gonna be more of a boy card. Actually, like that's the. I'll just show you the color combo we picked, me and Sabrina. So Pumpkin Patch, Mermaid Melody, and Goblin Green. So it's perfect for a guy card. I'll just show you what it looks like. Hi Margaret. Like for just a sample. So I put a little band, like I put a magnet on it. You can probably hear it, the snap here. I like it, but you don't have to. You can actually glue it and just slide it up or down, so it does the same thing. So that's a little band. I used the Fairy Folk stamp set for the sentiment and the stamps. As you can see here is the beautiful butterfly stencil. I foiled it. I just love it. It's so pretty. And when you open it, it opens, it looks like a little bit funny, but then you put it up and that's what it does. So if you want to look at it, and you have your two little fairies, and all the papers are done with stencil. Hi Sabrina. So it's really nice. If you don't have pattern paper, you can do that, or if you want to match everything that you have together, then it's a really easy way to do it. Thanks Kim. So that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a little bit bigger. This one is 4x4 because like the images are fairly small, and you close it back like this. Hi Sandra, thank you. Thanks Sabrina too. And click, goes back like that. So it's not very complicated to do at all, honestly. It does take more paper, a lot more paper than you would with a normal card. So I left a file in the Crafting Kimi Friends. So you have all the material you need and also the sizes. So this one is 11.5 by 11 3/4. I know it sounds a little bit funny. I like it when I don't waste so many paper, and because most of the paper I have are 8.5 by 11, I figure if I put it that the main square, like this one is basically like 4x4, so you need 3/4 by 3/4 to have like a little bit of space around it. So if I do this size, what happened is going to be 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. That means that my paper are going to be like the one that I'm going to use to do the pattern paper, like are going to be 5.5 by 5.5, so I can fit 2 in one sheet of paper. I'm Marie, or Mary, sorry. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start with a scoring. So on the shorter side, so the 11.5 side, what we're going to do is we're going to score all the way down to 5 3/4. So nice straight line here. And then on the longer side, what we're going to do is we put kind of an inch to the card, or not really an inch, but a thickness to the card. So I don't know if you see that here. It's 1/4 inch because the card is kind of like really thick, and I put a lot of dimensional foam so it gets thicker and thicker. So just so it closes properly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put score line on the 11 3/4 side at 5 3/4 and at 6 inches also. So that gives us basically our thickness here to be able to fold it properly. Oh, Sabrina, it doesn't matter if your base is white or whatever. Okay, Sabrina, no problem. So Sabrina is the one who's gonna do the coloring after. So that's why we picked the 3 colors, like I mentioned, those 3. It's gonna look beautiful. It doesn't matter if your base is white, it doesn't matter if it's colored, it's anything you want. I just like the contrast, and I do have lots of 12 by 12 paper, but if you don't, it's okay. Like I said, this one, the little one, I use all 8.5 by 11. The card base, like this part, is 8 by 8.25, so it's perfect for 8.5 by 11. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take a little bit of water here. Oh, and I had like huge, I was freaking out last night. I was preparing the class, and then my cuddle bug died on me. Like the gear just fell off and everything. And my husband, so nice, he fixed it. So I was pretty happy. So those are the lines. We actually need 2 other lines, but I can't see it through. So I'm gonna do it on the side here. Not on the side, but a different way. So if you have to score without a score line, it's a little bit easier if you have a foam under, because it's gonna go, it's gonna be a little bit cushiony, so it's gonna work. So what you want to do is you take the corner here. You don't want to, you leave that the 1/4 inch space here, you leave it empty. So you start from this corner all the way up to here, and you do the same thing with on the other side. So I'm just gonna use a ruler and make sure I'm actually on the base, which I might have a hard time. Here we go. Like this, and going to the corner. And then I just scored that way. If you have a better way, as long as you score, that's what's important. And then I do the same thing on the other side. So corner here, leaving that 1/4 inch space like I already said, and going to the corner here. So that's basically all the lines that you need. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna use my bone folder, and I wanna make nice line. Oh, there's a few people coming. Oh my gosh, a lot of people. Hi. Hi Sheila, Eileen. So what I want to do is my score line, obviously with the bone folder, make them all nice and crisp. If you want your card to sit properly, you have to really press it down good. So that's the first fold. The other one, it's going to be a little bit trickier because one, there's only a 1/4 inch space, doesn't give you a lot of room to fold it good. So I did the first one, now I'm doing the second 1/4 inch part, and that's what I'm saying, the second one is always a little bit harder. And nice press with the bone folder. Like that. And for the corners, actually we have to cut the middle part here, so you can do it with like a slider cutter. I'm not too sure what they're called, but because it's so thin, I keep screwing it up, so I'm gonna use the scissors. So I don't know if you can see, I'm just cutting this small part in the middle. Trying not to get my head in the way. And I'm a horrible scissor cutter. I'm lefty and I can't find like scissors that fit properly, or I'm not very good at it or something. There we go. So, and then you do the same thing on the other side. And you try to like cut in the line. As you can see, I'm not the best, so it's a little bit crooked. But we'll make it work, don't worry. And then what we do is we just get rid of that, like we cut it and stuff it in the recycle. So that's all the cutting that I need to do. So what we want to do is basically we have our card and then we have to like pop it up. So we want to fold it this way on the score line that we already put there, and same thing on the other side. So now that looks just really funny, but basically we have our card base. It's all done. So not too hard so far, like I said, right? Oh, did you cut the wrong side? Well, it doesn't matter. Like, just fold, like, make another mark on the other side and just, like, don't score the one at the top. So it doesn't really matter if you screw it up. It's so easy. So that's what it looks like. And there's not much room if you decorate like all the pieces of paper. There's not much room for your sentiment, but you can always like open it here and put like white paper or whatever and write your not your sentiment, but your what you want to say, like I love you or whatever inside. So, like that. So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna put it aside for now, and we're gonna do a little bit of pattern paper with stencil and inks because it's fun, so why not? So it's just 5.5 by 5.5 plain white cardstock. So we're gonna use, like Sabrina's gonna use the Beach Blanket Bingo stem set. So there's a little surfer dude, there's a little fox that has a tube around his belly. They're so sweet. I don't have that set yet, but I'm probably gonna have to order it. So what I did is I picked 3 stencil because I like to change it up a little bit. So I have the lots of dots that I think looks like bubbles, so it's gonna be great for the water. I actually have one for wave, which is wave, so it's perfect for that. Say hi, Roberta. And the last one that I want to use is confetti because it's going to be a birthday card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that one on the top of the card because I want it like with the happy birthday sentiment on top. So just like to compare it to this one. So basically it's going to be this panel with the confetti, and I'm going to have like happy birthday instead of hope your day is. So right now what I do is I'm going to open all 3. Sorry, everything's falling down here. All 3 of my inks. So Pumpkin Patch, Mermaid Melody, and Goblin Green. And if they look really, really like shiny, it's because I filled them all yesterday, so I would be sure I had enough ink. So what I'm gonna start, I try to start with the lightest color, just so if the other color like goes over it, it doesn't blur the colors basically. Hi Anna. So I'm starting with the orange. The other ones are more or less the same intensity, so it won't matter much. And I have like little brushes for different, not all the colors, but just like for my yellows and orange. I have one for my blues, one for my green, so that's what I do. And what I want to do is I want a little bit of color everywhere, so I'm just gonna pick spot. Remove the cat hair first. Sorry about that. And just randomly put color with the brush. And with the brush, you just get a softer look than if you use the foam, little foam pad. So that's what I do. And you can have also like two effects. You can have it like that. It's kind of like light, but if you put more and more color, obviously it's going to get darker. So you can get like both effect, like really soft and really darker, really dark. And I think like I woke up not that long ago, so my my English usually is not the best when I just get up. So have you been up for long, everybody? Like we go to bed like pretty late, so usually we get up like later also. So, and I kind of like moved it. What happened is, because it's just a little bit bigger, and I have like a million like magnets, so maybe I should use them. So what I do is I just take any kind of towel, and or washcloth, face cloth, and I just remove the ink on the top just really quickly, so like that when I use a different color I don't smear it. Just like that, and I'm gonna leave it on the side for easy access. So we'll do the green after. Oh, thank you, Melody. It's far from perfect, but I try. So just a little bit of green. And I'm gonna do that like basically with all, like we need 5 panels to do that. So that's what I'm gonna do. And you can go a little bit over like the other color, that's okay. Sometimes it gives like really nice effects. So obviously if you have blue and pinkish together, it's going to give you a purpley together. Orange and green is more like Halloween-y to me, but we're going to add like the nice like mermaid melody, so it's going to make it really pop. Oh, it's 8, Sheila? It's, Sandra, when you say 3 hours, what do you mean? I hope it's not 3 in the morning. And the last color, but once again, like I said, I'm just gonna kind of erase it on top of the stencil. And I'm gonna do like musical magnet here. And with my mermaid melody, I'm just gonna fill the other side. And if you start like on this side, you've been up since 6, ugh, that's too early. So if you start on the side and you go, then you have the big lump on the side of the paper instead of having it like in the middle. So just gonna fill the colors. And move this. So that's what it gives us as a result. I didn't put like, as I say, as dark as it could be. So I'm making 1 panel of this one, and I'll just show you quickly what I do for the stickles. I won't do them all because I'm gonna have paper all over my table with stickles like waiting to dry. So this one is orange slice. I just like try to pick one of the colors that I use. So basically I use the width of the paper, not the width, but the width of the paper, and I press it there on the side. And then I just go down with a regular pressure, making sure that there's always juice or like glue flowing out. Usually I keep them upside down, but I took it aside just to be ready. There we go. And then I do that on all four sides. I usually put like stickle around all my paper, so there's lots of sparkle. I like sparkle. Thanks, Anna. Thanks, Margaret. Hi, Carol. Sorry if I'm not like looking at the comments all the time. It is nice. It actually came, Sabrina is the one who picked the color combo. She did an awesome job. So that's what it does. And if you can see it closely, I just put a little line of stickles, but I like it. So I'm gonna put this one aside, and then I'm gonna go to the other one. So I'm gonna do lots of dots, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do lots of dots and 2 wonderful waves. So let's take that out, and again start with the orange. And like both panels don't have to be the same, it doesn't really matter. Like the 2 lots of dot or the 2 wonderful wave, it's like when you have pattern paper, they're not the same. This one I'm gonna do not too dark. Yeah, well, but we picked together, but Sabrina had the final say, because I figured that the person coloring it's easiest if that person picks the color, because you have to fit it with what you have for markers or pencils or whatever. And it's like I compare it to when you do karaoke or like play Guitar Hero, so there's like different instruments and stuff like that, and there's somebody singing. Well, the person singing is the one picking the song, because obviously you have to know the song to play it. If you play like the drum or the guitar, like we're a little bit like geeks at home, so you just follow along, but for the singer you actually need to know it, otherwise it doesn't work so great. So like that. So that was Goblin Green. Once again, just going over like that, and then Mermaid Melody. So, and let's move the, whoops, as you can see him, here we go. And some more. That color is so luscious. It's perfect for like water combo and everything. I love it. So I don't know if you heard that. That's my little like whiny cat. Oh, Carol, that's just like, I think I got the pack at Canadian Tire. It's to dry your car or something like that. It was really cheap, and it was like a bunch of like different paper. So, but it could be like anything really. And like those stencils are easy to wipe. Some of the one you have to be careful because there's a lot of little details. It is gorgeous, Sabrina. So that's one done. Again, I'll do another one with lots of dots, and after 2 with the wonderful wave. Yeah, it's no special cloth or anything like that. It's just which one I had. So pumpkin patch. And like I mentioned, if it was like I would just do my normal cards and stuff, I would put stickles like around the edge of everything, leave, do supper, whatever, or more like breakfast, but and then come back and then assemble the card at the end. So a little bit swipe. And once again, playing musical magnet with the green, so goblin green. And I just do it like any which way, it doesn't really matter, honestly. As long as you're happy with the result, that's what's important. And finishing up with Mermaid Melody. Thank you, Roberta. I honestly, I never use stencil till I got on the team, and now I can't stop using them. It's so nice, like behind an image too, and I don't need like any pattern paper. I always fit it with this. So that's another one. So nice colors together. Just gonna wipe this. And if you had pattern paper, I mean, the card would be done a long time ago, because you don't have to do the panels or anything. So, and they're all 5.5 by 5.5. So the next one is the wonderful wave, and it looks like waves like that, but it can be flames. It can be like so many different things. Sorry, zebra pattern or like any animal pattern. So awesome stencil. This one I do try to make it straight because, well, actually I don't even have to, but I figure with waves. I use less orange with that one just because I want it to look like very water-y-ish. And I'm gonna go on this side like this way so it goes with the stencil. So it makes a little bit of sense. And maybe more like to the top, so it's like the sun is hitting the waves. And I'm just gonna put, like I say, just a little bit and not very dark. And then I'll go, oh yeah, it can be wind. Yeah, that would be awesome, Kim. So just erasing that again. So with my goblin green. And if you notice, like, see here, it's really dark. What you can do is actually just like put some more till it's all equal, so it doesn't show that you kind of screw up. There you go. Kind of erase though. But the way to avoid doing that is actually starting off the paper, which I should do instead of just saying it. And this one, I think I'm gonna like mix the color a little bit more. But I really like that idea of wind. I never thought about it. There you go. So a little bit of cleaning up the stencil. I do that too to keep my brush like the same color I want them. Like all my blues and turquoise is going to be with this one, so I like my brush to stay the same. So if I go over other color, that's usually when it changes. So I like the color to stay true. And see, I'm going over like the goblin green. And you don't have to fill the whole stencil. I have a tendency to do that. I know Danielle Champagne, she used like parts of the stencil, and I think it's so pretty. Like, it's more minimalist approach and it looks gorgeous, but I just can't seem to stop when I see like white spots. And a different way to do it too is if you do on a colored paper and then you add your stencil, then you can have like obviously a different kind of look, because instead of being white, it's gonna be whatever, like blue or green or any color at the bottom. So I won't put any more than that, and we'll see what it looks like. So that's kind of like wavy, right? I like it. So a little bit of cleanup here, and I'll do the second panel. Like I say, those ones gonna be behind my images. You can be anywhere, and now you get all like 30 fingers. So last panel, but not least, and once again we'll do orange first. So my little pumpkin patch, again, I'm gonna try to do it at the top. And I'm really all crooked, so you probably are too, seeing me all crooked. There we go. Looks underwater like, that's what I try to be. And once again, just erasing everything. And now goblin green again. You don't need a brush for each color. Like, I find it, like, to me personally, I find it easier to have like color. Like, this one is for my greens, like it's well, vert is green in French, so I put, like, I use all my greens. So I have my charming chartreuse, my goblin green, my mossy meadow, and my emerald green. I take all the same brush. You can go on the side and just go like that till you don't see any more color to wash it. Some people use baby wet. I have a hard time keeping them clean, and I'm kind of like anal for that. I like my colors to keep, like, stay true. So usually I have like brushes for color family instead of like actually all the colors. I'm not done, Marie. She left. What, I don't have hers? I'm not too sure. Yeah, I don't want to contaminate my light and dark. Exactly. Salut Marie-Claude. My cousin-in-law just joined from Quebec. So a little bit of a wipe here. And with Mermaid Melody. So this one is like kind of a in between like blue and turquoise, so I just put my turquoise brush here, but it doesn't really matter. So let's fill the rest of it. And like the other one, I went over a little bit of everything, and I'm going in the same direction as the stencil. Salut Marie. Okay, see you, Kim. I'm selling too, so I'm joining you. Not the same thing, but so cool. Yeah, Sonia, that stencil is awesome. So just filling the colors here. And I'm just gonna do a little blurb in French for my cousin so she gets what I'm doing like right now. Fait que Marie, qu'est-ce que je fais? C'est là, je fais comme du papier à motif avec des stencils, puis je fais une carte, dans le fond c'est une double carte twistée chevalet. Fait que là on fait juste tous les panneaux avec de l'encre puis des stencils. So here we go, the last one. Again, I was really light on the orange because I wanted like really water. What? So I'm done with the inks for now. Anyway, timing is not too bad. So, and I will like wash them a little bit better because you can see it's not clear, and I like it when it's back to clear. But excuse me. So now I have all my panels done. Basically, the only thing left though is you want to do the band. So the band here, I actually like did it also with a stencil. Oh, that's okay, Sabrina. I'm not really super fast either. So what I'm gonna use actually the 2 pieces. That's an inch wide. And it's thanks Margaret, and it's 8.5 inch long. So I'll do 2 of those because like the card's gonna be 6 by 6, so obviously I need a little bit longer than 12. So if I add those 2, I can cut it and I know I have enough. So I'm just gonna put them like side by side. It doesn't really matter at this point like how it is. And just put some magnet here. And I shouldn't have put my things away, but that's okay. So a bit of orange. I'll do that quickly. And I'm gonna move the stencil to do the 2 other parts of the paper in a minute. So the orange, the Mermaid Melody, and the Goblin Green. So again, so Goblin Green. And the Mermaid Melody. I love that lots of dots. It's so versatile. You can use it like for a bunch of stuff. Let's clean this a bit. And then we're gonna move them and do the other side. I tried to fit them so they actually work. Like so the pattern works, I mean. Might not be my best idea to do the 2 together because like obviously they weren't fitting, but we'll make it work. There we go. And start again. So orange, pumpkin patch. Okay, salut Marie. And wipe. Goblin Green. Yeah, they are hybrid inks. They work with just about anything. Actually, like Kim keeps saying, there's not a medium that it doesn't work that she found so far, so it's really good. Works with watercolor, works with Copic, pencils, just about anything. So it's really awesome. And here we go. So that's my bands. It will finish being one band. It's just like right now I don't have paper like 14 inches long, so I have to use 2 pieces of paper. So now I should be done, maybe, with the colors. Just put that aside, sorry. So what we can do is we're gonna start actually, I'm gonna move all of that away. Hi Amy, it doesn't matter. I was almost late also, so it's okay. So I'll just explain a little bit. I think you can see everything. Here, I want to put my bubbles here, or the lots of dots. And then you have to remember that those, when it's actually folded, when you're gonna put them down, you have to put them sideways, because when it goes back up, it has to be the right way that you want it anyway. So just like that. But what I do is I cut it in half in the diagonal side, so that when when it goes up, it's gonna fold properly. If you don't, what happens, it comes really bulky, and it doesn't work very nice. So, and what I do, so I know I'm going the right way, is I'm putting like a little line in the back. It's gonna look a little bit weird there, just so I know which way to go. So basically I go this way, and I'm putting a mark, and I'm gonna put like 1 1, because I say something and I just do something else. Then 1 1. So like that, what's going on is that I know that's the same piece of paper. Thank you, Kathy. And same thing on the other side, to make sure that I cut it the right way. So from this corner to this corner, and then 2 2. So I know those two paper goes together. So I'll just go off camera just to cut it like diagonal to diagonal, like on this line, and I'll be back in not even a minute. So I can still talk. It's just like my cutter is on the side. So one cut, you probably heard it, and the other cut is coming right away. There we go. Sorry about that. So I have like both cuts done. So that's 2 2. So I know they go here, and I have those ones that goes here, like this. So it's just like easier to find out where you're at if you put it like you already put your line there, so you know which one goes with which, especially if you do panels that are similar. So what we're gonna do is cut, not cut, but glue things. So I use my tape runner. That's usually what I use. I like it. It's easy. And I usually just put it around the edges. And just try to center it within the lines. Don't forget that that 1/4 inch in the middle, you have to keep empty, because that's the bulk of the card's gonna stay there. And I'm probably gonna go later and just put stickles around all the edges, just because I like it. Same thing here. And now we're gonna glue those ones. So just make sure that they're at the right way. Like that. And for these ones, what I do is I put them close, not on top of the line, but really close by. So it doesn't stop it from closing, but at the same time the pattern, when you put the other side, it fits, see, like that. So it's really nice. And when I put too much, like the tape, I don't put it like properly, so just have to make sure it doesn't show or sticks. Thank you, Natalie. So here, just whoopsie. So like that, so it flows together. Oh, okay, the inks are for sale. Kim put them up. So you see, when we put it back up, it's the right way, like the waves are going this way. So, and obviously when it's sitting down, it's sideways, but it's such a little time that it's up that it doesn't matter. I mean, that it's like the other way. So now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, just making sure, once again, I'm doing it right. And one thing, try to put glue on the edges, like on the points, because those are usually the one that's gonna like stick out and you're gonna break your paper and then you won't be happy. So same thing here, close to the edge but not on it, like that. And the last piece for the inside, we can't forget the outside, right? Yeah, I don't know if Kim accepts PayPal, honestly. Oops. I'm just fitting it again. There we go. So you have your two panels. It's gonna go like that. And what I did yesterday before my cuddle belt broke is I used a couple of, I'm just gonna show you here. I have a few, like they're oval die cuts, so nothing too spectacular or anything like that. I like it when it has like the scallop at the end. So that one's going to be the one that goes on top on the band with the happy birthday, just like that. And these ones are for the two images. So what I did, since my card base was green, I did one orange and one blue. It's about like the die cut. It had to fit for the beach blanket bingo. So the dies, oval die are like this one to put, sorry, this one to put the image is about 3.5 inch tall by 2 3/4 inch large or wide. I use, like, I'm gonna use a different image, so I cut slightly smaller circle, but it doesn't matter. And you want to either a little bit bigger die cut or a scallop one to put behind your image, so it goes a little bit like this. Like I say, the one for Sabrina is a little bit bigger, so it fits closer to the scallop edge, or to I think she Sabrina, you have two oval different sizes, right? So I'm pretty sure that's what she has. So she's gonna nest like two different oval, and she's gonna put the picture of the little, it's a bunny and a fox. They're so cute, oh my gosh. So I did all that, like I say, on the side, and I'll, like, when I'm gonna be done, I think in about maybe a couple of weeks, I'll put them up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the top part, so basically close it, that's the top, and that's the orientation. So let me get the first panel I did, and yes, it's dry, like it's the one that I put stickles on. So And it's just a straight panel to glue, nothing fancy. I just love like that stencil. Actually, I love them all, but this one is so nice for like birthdays and stuff like that. So I have this one, and we're gonna do the band. Like I say, we're gonna have to do like, because we don't have paper that's long enough, what you do is you just glue them. This one I use a tape runner, but I also use white glue so I know that they're really, they won't come apart. And try to fit them like, oops. Yeah, okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit the pattern, but that's okay. And what I do, usually the best way to do it, right now the card is not done because like I'm missing, like right here, the two images would be glued halfway on. So you only put glue in half of the part in diagonal. So what I do is I just like put it where I want it. I trace a line with a pencil behind, and then I put glue where I want it. So your your image is at the right place. And don't forget, when you look at it, you have to look at it when it's open, because if you put it down, then it's going to be sideways, but it's okay. It's supposed to be that way. So you would have this one here, and I won't glue them yet because like I have to put my images on also at the end. So it would be both this way, and when they sit, they would be, sorry, I'm juggling with paper here and I'm not very good at that. So they would be sitting like this, and that gives bulk too. And what you want to do also is I put two little sentiment here that I use a dimensional foam or anything that has some thickness. I'll just show you on this card. So the little magnet one. Oops, sorry. And because these two little sentiment are on foam, I don't know if you can see it. Hello, Danielle. So it helps the card stay. So like that, with the height that you get, the card just like unfolds to it and it stays that way. So it can be any shape. You can also put flowers, like paper flowers that had width, and put it there for like to stop the card from coming down basically. Yeah, thank you, Roberta. So yes, this one, to hold those pieces up, that's what you do. So just take, I'll just do a quick example. I won't glue it. Take a little piece of paper. Here it's just watercolor paper. Hello, Danielle. That's my aunt-in-law. I have a couple of French people here. Fait que j'ai presque fini, Danielle. Je vais te rejoindre après. So what I do is, all my little pieces of paper, I got that from my sister-in-law. She put, like, I put the name of it, the color, and then I put all the little pieces, so like that they're easier to find. And then I can fit like the best piece possible for the task. So I hate wasting paper, even if I have a ton. So I'm just gonna glue that to the back. I usually glue like one part there, and then I cut it after for little pieces. So like that, I have a nice edge. But sometimes it's not the normal like sizes and stuff. So I do that, and then I would put like I say, dimensional, whatever you want that has some thickness in the back. And then basically like obviously I would have to put a sentiment, then I glue it, and it's gonna hold the sheet of paper up. You can put it like on an angle, you could put it like straight also. If you put it straight, like just be mindful that it's stopping only on one corner. But if that's what you want to do, it's fine too. You can put oval, circle, whatever you want here, like to stop it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish right now because it's almost 10. I know it's not completely finished, but I need to put sentiment and stuff like that. So you would put one on each side. Actually, I'm gonna finish the band. That's what I started to do, and then I'm gonna be done. So I glued the two parts, and then what I do is I usually wait till it's finished so I have the proper width, like in the width but height of the card. What I mean is like the thickness of the card. And then what I do is I go around it, and I kind of score as I go around. Right now I'm very crooked, so I have like little lines. Okay, good, Sabrina. Sabrina gives me a little bit more time. She's so nice. So here we go, like that. So I put a little, like it's about a 1/4 inch. Oh, thank you, Anna. So, and then on the other side, I'm gonna do the same thing. And what I do for magnet, like I say, you don't have to put a magnet if you don't have any. You just leave a little bit of loose, so you can just slide it up and down. And I made another like little pieces here that I already cut, that I'm gonna put it here so it pops up, because like that's a lot of the same color. And then I'm gonna put a sentiment here. Thank you, Carrie, and hi, Carrie. So to put the magnet, basically what I do is I put the first one, and I'm gonna hide it behind this so we won't see it. So I'm gonna glue it like middle-ish way here. I have like I put all my magnet in that little box here. I just have to take 2, and then I glue it with glue. Thanks, Carol. Just put the little magnet there. And then I'm gonna glue this on top. And put glue, because I want the magnet to really glue to that. So just like that. I won't put the other part because it's going to be easier to put a sentiment if it's not on the band yet. Thank you, Roberta. I like those colors, are awesome together. So like that. So I have one magnet right now. It's under here. And what I do is I put glue, actually no. I'm gonna like just snap the magnet here, and I put a bit of glue on the back, and then I close it down so I know where it's gonna fit exactly, so I don't have to guesstimate. So here I have my glue, so I know that's where my magnet's gonna go. So I take it out, put it there, and like don't put them together till it's dry, because otherwise it's gonna stuck to the other side. So what you can do is you can put a little piece of like cardstock around it. The magnet, I got them on Amazon and Wish also, so Amazon was way faster. So I'm gonna put a little band like that, and it's to hide the magnet, and also so it doesn't get ripped from the other side. And it just like gives a little detail. Oops. And just like that. Oops. And the magnet actually moved, so make sure it doesn't do that. And you have to make sure that you keep it the right way, because otherwise they're gonna they won't attract each other. They're gonna do the other way. So you have to make sure it's still the right way. So I think I might have twisted it, so making sure that, yeah, I put it the other way. There we go. It's usually not that hard. It's just like right now, because I'm trying to hurry, I'm doing it very badly. There we go. And I just fold it around it. You can also use a ribbon to close your card. You can use whatever you want, really. Oops. So like that, when it closes that way. Yeah, I know. Obviously, usually it works better. So, and usually it's straighter too. I'm gonna have to fix that, but so that would be the way it is. Like you can see, I put the magnet, instead of putting it in the center, put it all over the place. So basically that's what we did. So I'll show you once again. Little band that actually fits, and see here I kind of like tried to match it, so I put a little bit of a paper that had extra. The top, this one has the foil. I put the little piece of paper because it's I colored in pencil and I don't want to rub against each other when it's closed. And then you open it that way. Oops. And here you go. So I'm gonna leave you with Sabrina, and I hope you enjoyed it. And like I say, all the measurement are in the file in the Krafty group, so you can look at it, and it's really not hard, the actual cutting of the card. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.